Hi, 大家好. Now we're live. I'm John Wang. I'm a Chinese teacher, of course. So I teach Chinese every day. Today is my live online Q&A lesson. So that means that's real John, not recorded video. So I'm here right now to answer your question. If you have any question, you just type and let me know. As long as I see your question, I will answer your question. Actually, I teach Chinese every day, online via Skype, or some people come to my classroom, face-to-face class. Every day, many students ask me many questions. They really learned a lot from their questions because that's their own question. They really have something they want to know when they learn Chinese. When they know the answer, they say, oh, that's why. Then they improved. So it's very efficient way to improve your Chinese. I'm sure it is. If you have a question, just let me know. Okay, so I'm here waiting for you. And also, I'd like to share some questions my students asked me in this week. Also, I send many of my friends from my email list. I'm going to have this class today, so some friends also send me questions before this class, so I'd like to answer these questions beforehand. Okay. First, I will copy and paste here. Okay, so here. Sarah asked me, how do you tell someone in Chinese that you learn Chinese with an online school or with an online class? To answer this question, first you have to, how do you say online in Chinese? Online, how do you say that? I write it down. Online, we say 在线 in Chinese. 在, to be at, in, on. 线 is line, online, 在线. So, if you want to say I learned Chinese with an online school, you will say 我在一个在线学校 online school 在线学校 learn Chinese 学习汉语. Pay attention to the order. You will say the location first, then you say do something. You will say 在线学校 first, then you say learn Chinese. Hello. Very glad to see you again. Hello. Okay. So you will say 我在线学校学习汉语. Okay. If you want to say with an online class, how do you say class? Class is 课. So online class you will say 在线课. Then you just say 我在学习一个在线课. I'm learning an online class. Okay, good. Second one. Higher. Okay. Thank you, Jen. You said lift the information higher. Okay. I put it here. Can you see it? So someone asked me, how do you say I can't see it? Is that correct? 我不可以看它. It's kind of literally translate word by word. 我不可以看它. I cannot 不可以看 see 它 it. Is that correct? Do you think that's correct? No, actually it's not. In Chinese, we say what? Okay. 我看不到. We say 我看不到. Or I can is to say, to look at. 不到 to tell people the results. 不 is no. 到 is kind of you get something, you get the result. I tried to look at it, but I didn't get the result. 我看不到. I cannot say it. Okay. Actually, we have learned something similar. 我听不懂. That's the same structure. I don't understand. Literally translate 我 I 听 listen 不懂 not understand. Kind of I listen but I don't understand. 我听不懂. In grammar, it's called this 不懂 is a resultive complement to show the result. First we say I listen, yes, true, I listen. But the result is don't understand. 我听不懂. Okay, good. 好的. Yeah, by the way, if you have questions, please just type it, and I will answer them for you. Let's continue. Some questions from my students. Another day with another student, we mentioned the next Saturday because we want to set the time for our next lesson. So he said next Saturday. In Chinese, how do you say next Saturday? How do you say next? Next is 下个, right? 个 is a measure word. So 下个, 下 is done, but also could be for time is next. 下个星期六, next Saturday. 下个星期六. Today is Friday. If you say 下个星期六, do you mean tomorrow in English? It might be. From my understanding, many English speakers, if they say next Saturday, it just means tomorrow. But in Chinese, it definitely means Saturday in next week. In next week. We say next, that means next week. You just consider it next week Saturday. Okay? So even today is Monday. If you say in Chinese next Saturday, Chinese people will think that's next week Saturday. It's not the Saturday in this week. Okay? So 下个星期. Actually, in Chinese, next week Saturday, not tomorrow. Okay. Okay. You have the question 我看我音部. So what's the 音部 mean? Could you try to explain? I know 我看 I look at something. 我看我音部是什么? Could you explain a little bit? Okay. So the same time. Last time, yeah, I remember I answered your question last time about the way. But today I have to mention another thing. Way is a measure word. Normally in restaurants, they ask you 请问几位? May I ask how many people you have? The waiter or waitress will ask you this. 请问几位? You may say 一位, one people, or 两位, 三位. You don't need to put 人. You just say 一位, 两位, or 三位. Because people know 位 must be person, so you don't need to put 人. Nobody put 人. So if you put 人, people will think that's strange. 一位人 is not correct. But for one teacher, it's okay to say 一位老师, no problem. For certain job, it's okay. You can say 一位老师, or 一位工程师, engineer, or 一位, let's say 一位师傅, a master, or 一位司机, a driver, is okay. If you just put a certain, kind of job person, that's okay. Okay. Oh, thank you. Now I understand, Jen. Thank you very much. Okay. So next week is, you said next week is 下个周末. Next week is 下个星期, right? Week is 星期, 周末是 weekend, of course. 下个周末 next weekend, no problem. In this point, it's the same in English, Chinese, 下个周末 next weekend. But if you, as I said, if today is Friday, tomorrow is Saturday, in Chinese you will not say next Saturday. Definitely you say this Saturday, 这个星期六, because tomorrow is still within this week. You understand this logic? Still within this week, so we say this Saturday. Good. 好的 Next one. That's an easy one. It's also from one of my students. It's an easy one, but a really good one. Do you think they're both okay? If you want to say really good, can you say 真好? You know, 真 is real or really. 好 is good, really good. 真好 or 真的很好. Have you heard both of them or you heard one of them? So are they both okay or one is better than another one? 真好 or 真的很好. Actually, they're both okay. They're both perfect. When you say 真, then you put 好. You don't put 的. But when you put 的, 真的, then you say 很好. 很好. Why? Because kind of, you know, in our language sometimes have this kind of balance fading, you know. Because 真 is a one word, one syllable word. 好 is also one syllable word. So they've been put together, just sounds good. 很好 two syllable, you know, 很好. So it's better to choose 真的 because it's also a two syllable word. It just sounds better to put together. And that's why we say 真好 or 真的很好, but we don't say 真的好. Good. Another one. Easy one. 意思. You know, 意思 means meaning. So can you give me some example with the word 意思? 意思. Okay. Let's say 不好意思. Literally translate 不 no. No. 好 is good. 意思 meaning. Not good meaning. But actually means I'm embarrassed. I'm sorry. You know, for example, if you want to go through a crowd of people, so many people, you can say, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. You will say 不好意思, 不好意思. Or you did something wrong, you say, excuse me, 不好意思. Okay. Another one. 没有意思, 没有意思. You know, 没有 means don't have. 意思 meaning don't have meaning. No actually means no interesting. You know, it's just 有意思. If you drop 没, 有意思 means interesting. 这个电影很有意思, very interesting. But 没有意思 is the negative meaning. 这个电影没有意思. Or 这个人没有意思. That person is boring. It's not interesting. 没有意思. Okay, that's 没有意思. Then another one is 意思. 什么意思? That one easy, you know. 什么 is what? 什么 is what? 意思 meaning. What's the meaning? If you don't understand a word or a sentence, you can ask your teacher something 什么意思? For example, what does this character mean? You say character. How do you say character? Character is 字. You say 这个字 this character. 这个字什么意思? 这个字什么意思? Then if you want to say what does this sentence mean? In a sentence you can say 这句话什么意思? 句 which is measure word. 话 is sentence. So 这句话 this sentence 什么意思? Remember we have measure word for everything. Almost everything you need measure word. 句 is a measure word for sentence. 这句话什么意思? What does this sentence mean? Okay. "真好." So you said 真好 impolite. It's not really impolite. I think 真好 just means really good. For example, 你真好 you're so nice, you're so good. Of course, you can say 你真的很好 you're really nice, you're really good. Both are okay, doesn't matter. Okay. Another one. Yeah, by the way, you have a question? Just type and I will know it. Even there's a little delay, maybe 20-second delay. That means you type it, and after 20 seconds, I will see what you typed. Okay. Oh. Good. Now I understand. That's very good. Another one. I'd like a cup of coffee. I think that's in English. It's okay to say that. So in Chinese, can you translate directly like this? 我想, 想 is I want. It's a polite way to say I want. It's more like I'd like. 要 is want. Of course, you can say 我要, but many times people like to say 想. 想 means think, but it's more like I'd like when you order something. So 我想 I'd like 一杯咖啡, a cup of coffee. Is this correct to say it in Chinese? 我想一杯咖啡. So you may wonder, I put this sentence here, there might be some problem. Otherwise, I will not put it here. Yes, you're right. Actually, there's something wrong. Do you know any problem for this sentence? I'd like a cup of coffee. 我想一杯咖啡. Actually, you have to put a verb after 想 when you want to say I'd like something. But in Chinese, you have to say 我想要一杯咖啡. I'd like to have a cup of coffee. Why? The reason is 想 also have another meaning, means miss. I miss something. For example, 我想我妈妈. That means I miss my mom. Here, if you just say 我想一杯咖啡, people will think I miss a cup of coffee. Maybe because you haven't drank coffee for a very, very long time, but coffee is your favorite. So you say 我想, I really miss coffee. But if you say I'd like to have in Chinese, you have to use this have. 我想要一杯咖啡. That's more polite. Of course, you can directly just say 我要一杯咖啡. I want a cup of coffee. That's also no problem. Here, just want to tell you, you have to say 我想 verb. 我想要一杯咖啡, not 我想咖啡 or 我想一杯咖啡. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Of course, you can use verb 喝. 我想喝一杯咖啡. Great. I'd like to have, yes. 我想要, I'd like to have. You're right. Great. Yeah, if you have any question, you can ask me. Okay. And that's the questions my students ask me in this week. I just choose some to share with you because I think in this way it's very effective. It really helps a lot. If you have your own question, then if you get the very good answer, then you really understand the Chinese system. Help you to understand the system very well. Then you improve. That's that's how this system works. Okay. 我想喝一杯咖啡. Yes, perfect. Okay. I think that's today's Q&A lesson. Thank you for everybody here with me to have the time. I think I will see you next time, maybe in a week. Oh, how are you? Yeah, I'm fine. I'm very good. Right now it's 4:20 p.m. in China. I'm in Dalian, China, northern city in China. Oh, I'm very happy you like my video. Yes. So right now I started this online class from last week. So my plan is I will do it every week. And if you have question, anybody have question, just welcome to come to join my live class. Okay. Oh, you're going to China in December. Oh, that's great. if you have a chance, welcome to visit me. We can face to face. If you 你要一杯咖啡，你想要一杯咖啡 if you like have a cup of coffee, then I can make coffee for you. Then we can talk face to face. Okay, sure. Thank you everybody. Okay. Also, at the end, I just made a online course. It's called 1 Minute Chinese. Learn Chinese 1 minute every day. If you're interested in it, you can find the link in the description book. There are kind of 100 questions I already answered. Yeah, you can find the link description. Okay, so next week I will see everybody next week. Very happy to see you here today. 好的，那再见。Oh, by the way, you asked me which city I am. I'm from Dalian. I type it. Dalian. If you're interested, you can Google it. It's not as famous as Beijing, Shanghai, but it's a beautiful city. It's by the sea. 好的，那下次见，再见。